narrative speech. Here are my note cards here, and you should have them on the attachment that I sent you earlier this morning. I have audience members Zach Michael, Shelly Greer, Kyle Boyson, Cheryl Dees,
DeLuca.
DeLuca, okay. And then I also have my cameraman, which is not seen, Corey Hansen. Most people know that that a job in sales is one of the most stressful and emotional demanding jobs one could have in their life. Now imagine a 19-year-old kid starting a job in telecommunications sales and coming to work every day with the feeling and emotion of not belonging. How would that make you all feel? Most would feel discouraged and more than likely leave for another place of employment because they have their whole life ahead of them. I personally chose to endure this awful feeling in the year 2003. And today I wanted to share with you all how I came out of my quiet shell, overcame the adversity I faced, and became consistent in selling with confidence on my way to being one of the top sales people within my first year at my company. Initially, working on me and my social handicaps I created was a huge catalyst in starting the transformation into becoming a successful salesperson. How I came out of my shell is I had to actively participate in training exercises that included a lot of role playing, which for a person that's shy um, didn't really pan out too well. I felt like I was being singled out and I was nervous and so forth. I had to put an emotional front on when I was talking to customers on the phone, so I didn't sound too timid and unsure of myself. I had constant face-to-face interactions with supervisors and teammates, which made me more socially inclined. And once I came out my shell, I felt a little bit more comfortable about myself. But I also had some trials and tribulations I had to overcome, or adversity, whichever one you want to use. Um, Keeping my composure while being laughed at for not being on the same level as my peers that were in the same training class with me with regards to our sales performances. I had also, I was barely passing, and if I didn't pass, I was actually going to be fired. So, with that, I kept my head held up high and kept my eyes on the ultimate prize. The other thing was that I was not being taken serious, but I remained focused through all of that. And the reason why they didn't take me serious is because they were older and I was younger, and they didn't think that I would be an asset to the team. Now, getting over the adversity was the hard part. However, I was not out to clear just yet. Um, there were a lot of things that I did to become consistent and have the confidence that I needed to be successful. There were a lot of commission spiffs as well as prizes which tailored to me because I'm a money driven person. A lot of people are. Money isn't everything, but um, money is very important to me. Um, I received constant recognition for being on top from upper management, which made me go harder month in and month out, and being looked up by my peers as a leader and being illustrated as an example of what to do right in our department. Also helped with my confidence and then the encouragement from my family because they see my success being acknowledged was also a contributing factor. Now, the last thing I want to say is, which brings me to the final thing, is I wanted to all share with all of you where all the hard work paid off, and that was with success and achievement. So, as I mentioned earlier, I not only had to deal with coming out of my shell and overcoming adversity, I also had to maintain consistency with selling, aiding me into being successful my first year in sales. Besides, made to feel like you didn't belong while trying to change the person that you are accustomed to being, um, and also barely passing out of training, it didn't deter me in attaining the ultimate goal of being one of the best that year. I was motivated by money, And I also had encouragement from my family and friends that made me want to stay consistent and on top. This naturally made others look at me as a leader and a person that they wanted to be like. Now, through all the sweat and tears that year, a kid that started from the bottom ended up at top, enjoying a company-paid trip to the prestigious JW Marriott in Scottsdale, Arizona. Thank you very much for listening.